Hello there sexy PlayStation gamers and welcome to another pure PlayStation video review, and this time it's Flame Over for PS4 and PS Vita. Yes, this is coming quite a bit late. Funny story behind this review, I've had it written as a draft for 4 years, and now in 2020, 4 years after it was written, it's coming out. Why not? It's a great little game. So let's crack on. Indie games don't get enough coverage, or so I reckon anyway, so I've taken it upon myself to play through as many as I can over the course of a week. So far I've managed to play one. It's not for a lack of trying, but Flame Over has got me hooked like nothing else has managed to in quite some time. The game plays out as a roguelike twin-stick shooter of sorts. You control the mustachioed fireman Blaze, whose job is to kill all fire. It sounds simple, and at first glance it does seem rather pedestrian, but once you put it in a bit of time you'll soon realise there's a lot more to it. In true roguelike fashion, Flame Over is a solid game. Like, it's really hard. For the first 2 hours I was dying every few minutes. Then I discovered that there's a tutorial level, as well as something called Patience. The latter helped. Lots. You control Blaze with the left stick and you move the camera with the right. You've got a couple of tools at your disposal to help quench those pesky flames. The standard hose and a fire extinguisher, the latter being used to extinguish electrical fires as well as regular fires. On my first couple of plays, I would just run into the burning room with all the right intentions, but the completely wrong execution. Too much time spent near flames, and Blaze will lose a heart. When all of his hearts are gone, he dies a hero's death before doing it all again. Patience is the key with Flame Over. If you simply dash into a room, spraying and praying, you're gonna die. It's not an easy game by any means, despite it looking quite cutesy, but it does get easier over time. You collect coins for every fire that you put out, and those coins can be spent to buy in-level upgrades such as more time, more health, a defibrillator, etc. These upgrades disappear every time you die, but there are some upgrades that remain constant. To get the upgrades you'll have to complete missions where you'll hunt down a bag, post some secret files, and other menial tasks for a lady named Miss Ion. Classy. There are more missions that go on for longer the further you get into the game, and they do vary in difficulty. Generally, the further along you are, the harder the mission will be. The missions aren't particularly deep, but they do reward you with tokens that allow you to buy permanent upgrades. These upgrades can then be upgraded further by spending the money you earn in-game. It's a nice touch and it makes playing the game on repeat less of a chore, as you're always working towards a new upgrade that'll make the next run a little bit easier. It also helps that no two levels are ever the same, as the game employs procedurally generated maps for you to tackle each time. You also have to save souls of any poor sod who's stuck in the building. It's not a pointless endeavour though, as you're rewarded with an extra minute of in-game time to complete the level. Save a kitty cat and you'll also gain a heart. Simple stuff, if only they didn't die so damn often. That's where the upgrades come into play though, so it balances it all out rather well. The game's a pretty simple looking one, but it does the job quite nicely, and I never noticed any slowdown in the frame rate department. The music is also top notch, but it does get a little samey after a while. Generally though, I really like the music. It's proper 30s swing jazz and it's perfect. It keeps you going, and whenever I hear it, I'm stuck humming it for the rest of the day, much to the annoyance of myself and anyone around me. Flame Over, it's generally on sale quite often. It's quite a cheap game, it won't cost you very much, and for whatever you do pay, you're going to get that back with hours and hours of fun. It's on the PS Vita too, and it's a perfect game to pick up, play, 10 minutes maybe, and put back down and come to later. I've spent a lot of my time playing it on the PS Vita, but more recently I've been on the PS4. But still, the experience is the same. And that brings us to the end of this review. And yes, if you notice I sound awful, it's because my throat is killing me. I really have a sore throat. I'm suffering for my art. What can I say? I hope you found the review useful. I really do recommend picking it up, especially if you've got a PS Vita. It's a cracker on there. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. Keep washing your hands, keep playing, and if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. It helps us to help you have more stuff to watch. Simple. Until next time, bye!